Hello, everybody. Good morning. Someone's here already. Yay! Oh, welcome, welcome. For those of you who are new to my channel, hi, I'm Kathy at Northstar Prepsteader here in West Central Minnesota. And right now I'm going live Tuesday through Friday mornings because my camera broke. And so until I get it back and get it fixed, I'll just be going live for a few days, especially during our isolation. That's why I'm calling it ISO Chat. So Julie, hello, the first one. My goodness, you're up. That is truly an accomplishment. Hi Dave. Julie, I think you probably wanted to see if I was still as loopy as last night, right? Oh my goodness. Good morning, Lori. How are you doing? Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. So we have 4 people already. Yay. Yes, you did. You have like a gallon of coffee with you, right? So, Dave, it's almost lunchtime for you, so you should be good to go, right? Or do you do coffee all day long? So I don't do coffee. I haven't had, oh yeah, I did have a little caffeine today. Oh, just so, yeah, it was like 12:30 last night when I finally got to sleep. So all day. Our meetings did end till 9:30 Central Time, and so it was another 2.5 hours after I said goodbye to you guys last night. And then I still had some emails to go through and some work to do, and it was 11:30 when I got to bed, and of course my brain was just like just going like crazy. Hey Matt, hello, thanks for being here. And so you can't hear me? I've got my got everything up. Can the rest of you hear me okay? Hey Arkansas Woodcutter, hello. So Kira, you might need to turn yours up, I think. Okay, so sound is good. All right, yeah, Kira, you might just need to turn your volume up or something. Thanks, guys. All right, something that I've been holding off for a long time doing is showing you guys my food storage. And good morning, Patty. Hello. Thanks for being here. I'm glad you can hear me just fine. Look at that, you guys. 5 thumbs up already. I got 6 hours of sleep. It wasn't good rest, but it was a good 6 hours. So I am still tired, but I'm not like freaky loopy like I was last night. At least not right now. We'll see. Don't catch me this evening. I probably will. Oh, it suddenly showed up? Okay. It's just a glitch then, probably. Well, it is rainy here today. Probably still some storms coming through. So I'm hoping that I don't have any issues here with the internet. And my storage is in the basement. So I'm hoping that I still have connection down there. I'll be like right below my modem, but who knows? A lot of times I can't catch my phone there. So good morning, Dee. Good morning, Debbie. Hello. I know. I mean, it's nothing spectacular, but it's what I've put together. It's what I do, what I need for me. So, oh, there you go. Yes. I may be sleeping through his stream, but I will be there. Oh, Texas again. Oh my goodness, you guys. South is getting hit again. Not good. Not good. So, thanks, Debbie. I appreciate that very much. Oh, yeah, I've been up for 3.5 hours already, so give me a chance to wake up a little bit anyway. So I'm just kind of talking to you for a little bit, giving my laptop a chance to charge up a bit so I don't run out on you guys when I'm downstairs. But it's in the fridge, Julie. Oh no. You don't need that again on top of everything. Oh my goodness. It's just crazy. Western Washington. Oh, I'm so glad you have sunshine. We're supposed to, after today, we're going to have sunshine the rest of the week, and then stormy again at the beginning of next week. So hopefully I have enough chance to get some stuff done outside this week. One of the reasons I'm doing my storage tour and pantry tour today is because tomorrow I have to haul, well, to back up a little bit, I do not have a garage or a shed. So everything needs to get stored in the basement, and I have a small basement. It's like a 1/3 size of the house. So the actual floor space is probably about 25 by 8, something like that, maybe 10. And then I'll show you when I get down there. But my house was originally like an old tea, there we go, a tea farmhouse. Good morning, Deb. We have a lot of Debbies on here. So, and it was built in 1910, so it's over 110 years old. I think it might have been 1908, but anyway, it's an old house. So it's original farmhouse, no plumbing, no electricity. It was when they had like a coal furnace, and so through the basement windows, they would shovel the coal in. So some of the walls are at a slant right under there, so it's like a coal chute. But anyway, probably in the 1950s somewhere. I don't have a definite time frame on that, but off my house, they built what they call like a porch attachments or something, but it's really just extending out the dining room and the kitchen. So up here, I don't know if you can see it or not. Over here, there's a seam. There we go, that direction. That is where the original outside was, on this side. So they added on like 6 feet or so to this side of the house, and probably, okay, over here, this way here, can you see it? Maybe I'm too far away. Okay, there we go. This doorway here was the outside of the house there, so they had added on that whole part of the house. And then I have two doors here. Door number 1 and door number 2 behind this door. And door number 1, what is behind the doors? Door number 1 is the bathroom. And it used to be the old pantry before they put plumbing and stuff in the house. So there's old hardwood floor underneath the tile and stuff like that. But so in the 1950s, they did all this remodeling and put in the floor and put in the plumbing, and the tub made that a bathroom. And so then over here, they put an extension down to the basement, so they had access from the inside instead of the outside. So in the basement, you'll see an area of just cinder block, which is the newer part, and then others is just like straight poured cement. And anyway, just give you a little bit of history there so you can see the floor underneath the kitchen here is all concrete underneath the subfloor and everything, and it will, where the attachment was, where they built onto it, it will heave, and in the winter, so you can tell where things are. What else? So anyway, what they did was just kind of like a little bit wonky. So they've kind of pieced things together in here before there were so many regulations. So anyway, I hoping the lighting can be okay downstairs. If not, I have a flashlight so you can see, because I have all the windows blocked down there. There's just 2 little basement windows, and I have those blocked and insulated. So just to protect me from the 30 below weather down there. So, all right, I'm glad you guys are saying good morning to one another. Rhubarb, raspberry, blueberry crisp. Oh my goodness. Oh no. I'm so sorry, Deb. So, well, Dave, I'm glad it's nice and sunny there. You might be getting our weather at some point. So, all right. Well, here we're going to go on our tour. I'll take you downstairs. Like I said, I hope the lighting ends up being okay. Again, because I don't have any storage, I don't even know if you guys can see this. I store like all my garden tools on the wall here and my cords and stuff like that. And there's the stairs. I have mulch at the bottom, my ladders, all that kind of stuff. So here I'm taking you downstairs. There are a lot of cobwebs, so if you guys freak out about cobwebs, I'm sorry. I just haven't been able to get down here to clean. So this is my organized chaos. I mean, it is chaos, but it is what it is. So I just needed to show you guys before I hauled stuff out of here. So I've got my furnace right here and my water softeners and my water heater over here. And you can see then I've got my mower and all my garden stuff and hoses and everything. So all of that will be hauled out probably tomorrow. So I guess you can see okay. I have this light here. It's my only light bulb in here. But it is grainy just because of the virtue of the light. So you guys can see okay? It's an adventure. You love basements? When I was growing up, we had one of those really huge oil burning furnaces that it was like this big round barrel tank in the middle of the basement. I mean, it's huge. That you had this door open, you could see the flames coming out and everything. And with the long arms, and it was like scary to go down there when I was a kid. So, all right, I have two different things here. One, I've got my shelves with all my jars, and then I've got this old cabinet that has other stuff in it. So I think first I will show you my jars. I have quite a bit of stuff canned up yet. So here I've got, these are chicken cacciatore and other chicken dinners here. I put any instructions of things I need to add in here. So I've got some ready-made meals here, which is really good. This is all barbecue pork. So when you heat it up, it becomes shredded barbecue pork. And I've got, 9 jars of that and one upstairs. So I still have 10 jars of that. This is pork chops. So we got a few jars of pork chops. This is all chicken breast. So I have 19 jars and one more upstairs. So I have 20 jars of chicken. So I'm doing pretty good with that. These are all pint jars too, by the way. Here is some beef roast. So I got 3 of those. Down here, you can see I have some quart jars of this sweet and sour chicken. And again, some instructions to add some arrowroot when I go to heat it up, because that'll make it nice, really thick, and I could put it over like cauliflower rice or something. Here I've got corned beef. So I've got 4 jars of corned beef, and then I've got brats. You guys knew that I had canned some brats, so they came out kind of cool. Some potatoes. I don't eat a lot of potatoes, so this is okay for me. And then sweet potatoes. I have some sweet potatoes here. All right, going down further, my shelf, I have mushroom broth. So if I need to make a veggie soup or something, I can have that. Here's chicken stock that I just did last week. I've got 7 pints of chicken stock here. This is condensed cream of mushroom soup that's homemade, that is dairy-free and soy-free. So it's made, it's a cashew cream base. So that's where I use, Dave, that's where I use some of my cashews. Some Dijon mustard that's homemade. canned mushrooms, and some barbecue sauce over here. See, a lot of these things I make because if some of you remember, my younger daughter is highly allergic to anything corn or soy, which is in like everything. So I make things that I have to make things that are homemade, as well as paleo and stuff like that. And she's celiac too. So making this homemade stuff, I know that whenever I need to cook for her, or they come over, or if she needs any food in these times, then I know that I can just give her stuff and it's safe. So, and down here, I've got honey. So I bought the 5, and I did a video on that I did, about 5-pound jug of honey, and then I transferred it to jars. So I've got 6, 7 jars of honey, something like that. And then the things that I can't make or grow or anything like that, I've got tuna and olives. And these are just some miscellaneous jellies that somebody else gave me. And then down here, I have coconut milk, garlic, some artichokes, some beans, and coconut oil. And then on the very bottom shelf, I just have some stuff I'm storing down there, because I'm old and I don't want to be crawling on the bottom looking for stuff. So that's the lowest I can go there. All right, comments. Ooh, gotta catch up on you guys. This is fun. Hey, Howie. Hello. Thanks for coming in. Oh, no, you can't have basements in Mississippi or Louisiana. Yeah, that's really... Julie, you saw that. I was trying to hide it. Oops, there we go. I know basements are really nice. So thanks, Howie. Appreciate that. It's like visiting without leaving home. Exactly. So this is not only good for me, it's good for you guys too. I know I need a shelf. I know, or a shed. A shelf. The brain is still not going. Yes, I do need a shed. So hopefully that can be on the agenda for the next year or two. I don't know. Thank you, Arkansas Woodcutter. Really appreciate that. Where you just use a spare bedroom. Yep, that works really well too. Spare bedroom. Curie, if you were able to insulate an area where you put your food, that might, if you're able to, that might help. Hey, Tyler, thanks for coming in. Yes, it is better for us without the corn and the wheat and the soy too. You're gluten-free there too? All right. Would I recommend keeping dried beans uncooked, or would you can them? You know what? I don't, other than those few cans of black beans, I don't store beans, so I don't know. You might need to ask somebody else here. Thank you, Howie. Hey, Chad, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. You're at work. Oh, well, that's so sweet that you came in. Thank you. Who do we have here? Solid rock over an aquifer. Okay. Oh, thanks, Debbie. Appreciate it. Good morning, Jesus is Lord. Thanks. All right, so I'll get to the other ones. Now, you can see I have 2 different shelves. I've got this metal set of shelves, and I've got a wooden one. This I just bought. These have been down here for over 20 years, probably almost. I've been here in this house 25 years, so I would say I built these the first year that I was here. So this one I actually, got at Walmart or Menards, and then I built the wooden shelves. But oh yeah, and then I have arrowroot powder up here. You get it by it's almost a gallon. It's 5 pounds. So, but I do use this more. I use this more than flour. So anyway, and yes, a little bit of TP up here. These are all empty jars. Right now I have just pint jars, and then these are 1.5 pint jars here, which is a nice size. You know, when I don't have enough to fill a quart jar or too much to fill a pint jar or something, I like having this in between size. So I have this, those is 24 ounce, and then these are 24 ounce. So this is the wide mouth, and those are regular mouth jars. But they're really nice because then I'm not wasting food. I'm not having a partially filled jar. You know, it's so much easier just to wash a jar if it doesn't work out right, and then instead of canning something and having it go bad. But these are all the empty jars I have. Everything else is full at this point. Have a 1/2 gallon jar sitting here. Have a few more upstairs. All right. Hopefully this isn't too dark here. Can you guys see? I might have to get the flashlight out. All right. Whew, there we go. Okay. These are my green beans left over from last year. And so how many do I have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I've got about 30 jars left. I think I canned 52, if I'm not mistaken. So I still have 3 months yet before I will be canning the next batch. So I definitely won't be able to go through all of these in 3 months, but I can make a dent in this. This year I'm going to try to grow like a double double planting, get them in early and then do another one, get it going in midsummer. So not that I will run out, but that I will have it for additional, for extra, for family or whatever. And then I just have a few jars of applesauce, so that I need to make some more, and it's on my agenda to do. Right here, I don't know if you can see that. That's baking soda that I have jarred up, some popcorn, and then tomato sauce. So I've got a whole, oops, let me see down here. Ooh, there we go. That shelf down there is all quarts. And then I have a few pints of tomato sauce and then some diced tomatoes. So I am definitely going to be, well, that might be better here. I'll just get some ambient light here going. I'm going to put up some other kinds of tomatoes this year. So anyway, then we're down here, and in the buckets are just like seasonings and things that are stored for long term. And then some more baking soda. This is, I don't know if you can see, this is mullein, and this is some more coconut oil, and then I have some 1/2 gallon jars there. Whew. Okay, I'll stand upright again. Where do I buy my arrowroot? I got it on Amazon, actually. So where are we here? Thank you, Julie. Let them know. Yeah. Hey, Puerto Rican Prepper. Good morning. Thank you, Howie. Appreciate that. The Old Alabama Gardener, are you here, or is it just a channel that you want them to go to? And Kier, you cook up huge pots of beans in the crock pot and freeze them. Okay. You know, a lot of people, there's different things. You can dry store them by vacuum sealing them and everything. You can cook them, or you can like par cook them and put them in the jars. You can put them in the jars dry, you know, like a 1/2 cup or something, then fill up your pint jar and just can them that way. There are a bunch of different schools of thought with that. So you just have to kind of research and figure out what works best for you. Yes, TP. You're growing arrowroot. Oh, so cool, Howie. That's awesome. Yeah, definitely, Carrie. Grow and preserve what you eat. Absolutely. Absolutely. Grow and preserve what you eat. You're going to try to put up 52 jars of green beans. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I need to get some salsa. I need to do just a few other things. I have plenty of sauce, so I'm just going to do, I want to grow some little grape tomatoes or whatever and dehydrate those for like snacks and stuff. So I have crunchy snacks. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, it all depends on what you've got. Hey, Gunslinger, thank you. Oh, appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Mark. Sometimes I don't get it all done. That's why I don't sleep very much. Mama Goose is now sitting on fertile eggs. Awesome. Oh, I bet. I'm glad you made it too, Puerto Rican prepper. Thank you. That would be great because I'm sure I can't grow it in this climate, but just harvested cilantro. Awesome. Yeah, Howie grows it, but Julie, you could grow it. Absolutely. Oh, thanks, Deb, for being here. Appreciate it. I have not dehydrated the tomatoes yet. So I've only watched Jess at Roofs and Refuge do it. So that's where I got the idea from doing that. Patty, you did that with your cherry tomatoes last year. Okay, excellent. I know, it looks like a great thing. See, even though I do all these tomatoes and I can eat them and I like them and everything, I can't eat them raw. I just am not able to. I'm sorry I'm bouncing you guys all around trying to hold my laptop here. Carrie, bag them up or put them in jars and put them in the refrigerator. If that's what you want for just storage, unless you're trying to hide them, then maybe find a panel under your floor or something. I don't know. I am starting to get the itch to get outside because all of this garden equipment is coming out, like I said, tomorrow, and we have a nice week coming up. So I'm hoping to do that. Okay, yes, Julie, dehydrate all the skins from them. Anything that you would normally, not the cores, but any other stuff that you would not be putting in your jars, dehydrate them and grind them up, and then you have tomato powder, which is awesome. Okay, so anyway, yep, my set of shelves there for my food, and like I said, it's more than enough food for me to go through, but I want to make sure I have enough for family or anybody else who needs it. Over here is another set of shelves that I built. I just have kind of random things. Here's my canning jar lids, which I've been able to find some here and there. Some more boxes of jars that are filled. I mean, these boxes are full of empty jars. That's what I mean. And I have some diatomaceous earth, Epsom salts, laundry soap, vinegar, just kind of random things here. Julie, you know what this is, which I haven't done anything with it. But so anyway, I also built this cart, which was so neat because it was originally meant for, I don't know if you could see it. It's on rollers, and I originally had it for like potatoes and things, but it didn't really work because my basement doesn't get cold enough in the winter because it's rather insulated, and with the furnace right here, it just doesn't get cold enough. I could take part of this and probably, build something out of it to make a cold storage in here, but that takes money. I don't have that. So I'm going to show you, if you can see back here. Get my lights here. There's the window, and you can see, I don't know if you can tell the where the coal chute type of thing in this old foundation, and I just painted it up. It was bare when I got here. Um, all my empty boxes for jars. All right, before I start losing power, I'll show you what's in my cabinet. Now this cabinet my dad had in his business at one point, and when he retired, he gave it to me, and it's been a great storage. And so I don't have to worry about mice getting in here or bugs or anything. So, ta-da! My little grocery store. So up here, I've got just some sugar, cane sugar for organic cane sugar for kombucha. My dehydrated foods that I've done. I have mushrooms. There's my potatoes that I did. Potato flakes. I've got zucchini, sweet potatoes. Some, these are like organic stir-fry veggies. So I'm trying to diversify in the things I have. So I've got some that are dehydrated, some that are canned, some are frozen. So, and that's really important to do. Don't just put like all of your stuff in one basket here. Some vitamins and cold medicine stuff I need up here. My elderberry tincture that I made. Yeah, some baking things. I also have my dried peppers from last year that I've got stored that I can grind up whenever I need to. A little bit of wild rice left. I need to get some more of that. Some mullein. I had gotten a bag of mustard seed, and so this is what I have left of it. I think I have another jar though too. And then I have some, I took some of it and ground it, so I have some ground mustard. That's what I used to make the Dijon mustard out of. And somebody was asking a while ago about me doing microgreens. And I don't know if it was you, Matt, or not. But anyway, I do this bag of seeds that I have for doing microgreens. And what's in here? Broccoli, alfalfa, radish, and clover. So I have these for when I cannot get a hold of regular greens, whether it's in the winter or food is not available or whatever, but that should take me quite a while because it doesn't take much seed. There's some syrup, raisins, a lot of apple cider vinegar, and then my oils back here. I've got olive and avocado oils. Those are what I use. So store what you use, you know, it's like don't store things that you don't use. All right, so I got that first shelf. And then this next shelf, which is about waist high for me, is where I have the things that I get to normally. So these are all seasonings. Can you guys see okay? Or am I, here, maybe this is better. I was blocking the light. There we go. Homemade taco seasoning, this chili powder. So when the stores were available to have, there's a store a half hour or so from me that has bulk organic seasonings. And so I would go in and buy a bag full of them and then store them in jars. And that's why I have these here. And it's really the way to go. It's cost effective. It's you've got them for a while. I don't have to worry about running out. These are cinnamon sticks, coriander back there, some Italian seasoning, lavender, more Italian seasoning back there, cayenne pepper, just a whole bunch of stuff. Anyway, it goes all the way back. So I've got 2 shelves of seasonings. And it's been very, very handy to have these little wire shelves so I can, because this is really deep, instead of just stacking, I can have like 2 shelves worth here. What else do I have? These are the chocolate chips I use. Enjoy Life. They're dairy-free and soy-free. So when I'm making anything that needs that. So I have some tomato paste that I use to make my tomato sauce. So I'm not wasting tomatoes by cooking it all down. I have some more garlic here. That's kind of why I don't really need to grow it. I've got enough to keep me for a while. Just random other things that I need for cooking. Lemon juice, coconut aminos, coconut sugar, some more coconut oil. Over here, this is a flour that my daughter can use. It's a 1-to-1 baking flour. It's gluten-free. So anyway, what I did is I took the bag and vacuum sealed it again, so that gives that extra protection. All right, I got to catch up on the chat before I keep going. Oh, I need some chair. All right, I'm sorry, guys. You're coming on and doing this. Yes, Julie, you knew what it was. Yay. Computer. Oh, I'm in the red. I can't go too much longer here. So, Scott, hello. You getting a peek in my pantry? Yes, you are. Hey, Alicia, I know. And I was trying to get that done, and let me know if I can still do it. It was my whole night was full last night. So thank you, Alicia. Appreciate it. Hey, Vonnie, hello. Hello. Oh, good. Thanks, Howie. I appreciate that. Yes, get some moisture packets. In fact, I just got another set of them here. So there are 100 in here, so it'll take me a while. But yes, put those in all of your seasonings, all your dry goods, all that kind of stuff. Hey, Royal Amethyst Acres, good morning to you. Thank you. All right, before my computer dies, I got to take you through the rest here. All right, and then this next shelf, not really that interesting. It's just soap and cleaning supplies and stuff like that, and storing like toothpaste and toothbrushes and stuff like that. So that's kind of down there. And then the very bottom is my freeze-dried foods. So, and that's what's down there. So remember I told you guys that I do short-term storage, I do mid-term, and I do long-term. So the long-term is the freeze-dried. I'm going to put you in the dark here. Ooh, mysterious. Let me go back upstairs here. The freeze-dried foods are my long-term storage. And the, I gotta plug you back in here. Hopefully you'll get a good picture. There we go. All right, freeze-dried is my long-term storage. And so those canisters from Thrive Life will last up to 25 years. So, you know, I don't know that I'm going to be around here in 25 years, but at least I have the comfort of knowing that if in 2 or 3 years I'm in need of that, I've got it, right? And thank you, Lori. I really appreciate it. All right, Kiri, thanks so much for being here. I'm more like myself today. Oh, yeah, every once in a while I get loopy, and I hope I didn't offend anybody. I was just like, yeah, tonight might be a different story. I am not well rested. Alicia, I only got about 6 hours last night, so I am in the choir. This was actually a youth choir that I started 20 years ago, and so I've been a choir director for quite a bit, but that was fun. Oh, okay, good. Oh, I told Eli to tell somebody to stick it, so I was just like, I didn't know how else to say it. It was just, that was on my mind. I just told him that. But anyway, yeah, I've been a choir director in a number of ways, and I do lead music at church and stuff like that, as well as for conferences and retreats and different things like that. So I do a lot with music. Excuse me, I need a drink. I've been talking a lot, and it's water today. Thanks, Julie. I've been really hesitant at showing it because now it's out there and people know what I have, you know, so I'm like, but I know it helps all of you guys who are really, really watching. And that's why I decided to do it. So, so you could see, I mean, what I've been putting up. Now, here is the stew that I did over the weekend. So I've got to clean up these jars and get that downstairs. So you kind of saw how full my shelves are, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of rearranging to get them down there because these are all quarts. Now this is barbecued short ribs, and this one was the ham. These were ham slices that I just kind of cut up, and I don't know if you can see it very well. Lighting. There we go. That's a little better. And I tell you what, they look amazing. They look like bacon bits, actually. And so I'm like, oh, it's like, oh. So I got this jar, and it was just stuff I was going through the freezer, and it was like those ham slices were from Christmas that my mom had given me, and I was like, I'm not eating them. I just need to get those put away. But if that's me. Oh, I know. Royal Amethyst is just, it's just what came out. Oh, I know Eli's good with me, so we're okay. So anyway, I've got that beef stew that I've got canned up, and I do have one of my condensed cream of mushroom soups that I have here that I'm going to have for lunch, and I'll use my almond milk and some a little bit of chicken stock that I froze in small containers, and whip that up, and I'll have cream of mushroom soup. So it will actually make 2 cups, so I'll have probably 2 days worth of that. Does give people an idea how they might be prepared for tough times. Okay, thanks, Debbie. Thanks. Oh, thank you, Julie. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's like what I have stored is different than what other people would have stored because of how I cook and what I eat. As you can see, I don't have like boxes of cake mixes. I don't have boxes of what do you call the dinners that come in the box. That's how much I used to make that all the time when my kids were little. But soup requires crackers. Well, sometimes it depends. When you get away from gluten and breads and stuff like that, you really don't even find that you have that need anymore. So anyway, for me, you did vegetable soup for your soup to take to college. Awesome. Oh, for your son to take to college. Okay. Very cool. Yeah, so I don't think I finished on my storage level. So I have my long-term storage, which are my freeze-dried foods, and keeping those, and as well as like soap and baking soda and salt, things like that that can pretty much last forever. Then I have my midterm storage, which is all the things that you saw in a cabinet in the way of my seasonings and my canned foods and stuff like that. So thanks, Puerto Rican Prepper. Appreciate it. You're not listening. Why, Dave, are you not listening? Oh, because of the bread and crackers. I know. Good. I did have a couple jars of peanut butter down there too. So there are some things I have down there that I have for trading purposes. So they're trading goods and things that I don't eat. Like probably, other than using the sugar for kombucha, I mean, it came down to it, I probably wouldn't even be making kombucha anymore. I mean, because that's not like a necessary thing type of deal. But oh, I hear you, Julie. Is it just the gluten? Is it just the wheat and stuff? Because I've got some recipes you could do if you really want bread. They're paleo, so that might help. Hey, Homestead Humor, hi. Oh, Johnny, right? I'm trying to remember. I think that's you. So Good morning. Good morning. Um, so yeah, so then my midterm storage is all my canned stuff because that'll last 18 months to 2 years, something like that. Um, Wheat, corn, soy. Okay. Julie, we should talk more because that's what my daughter is, and I've had to cook all around that and let you know. So, well, good morning, Johnny. Awesome. Um, yeah, so all my canned foods, even my dehydrated foods, they will not last 25 years, but those can last 5 to 10, somewhere in there. So midterm storage again is that 18 months to maybe 8 to 10 years or something like that. I have taken jars of green beans out that I've had for 5 years, and they've been just fine. So, however, disclaimer, the FDA or whoever it is, that they say, 1 year, you should eat all the things within 1 year, sometimes within 18 months, it depends. But they usually give a 12-month shelf life on things that we home can. But so that's their rules and regulations. But I and everybody else out there who cans do know that it will last a while. So canned beans will probably not last as long as just regular dried beans. Now, dried beans, boy, if Cecilia was here too. Dried beans you can heat can, I believe, in the oven. Yes, Lori, that would be definitely dry is a lot longer term. Another reason in my seasonings, because when you buy a little jar of seasoning, like this, you buy this at the store, they say that the flavor in here is really only good for like 6 months, and you can use it up to a year or whatever. But if you buy it in bulk, because the food stuck to my cover, if you buy it in bulk, you should be able to, put moisture absorbers in, put even oxygen absorber in there, and then depending on if it's real powdery or not, you can vacuum seal it, and so that will last a lot longer. It's the oxygen getting to the seasoning that will actually take its potency away. So you can start storing it. Well, thank you. Yeah, that's one of the reasons there's those little windows at either end of the basement, and that's why I blocked them so it would be dark down there. I wouldn't have to worry about that. Tyler, that's so neat that you're getting to work in the garden. That's good. And then short-term storage is refrigerator and freezer, and that's what I do for short term. So, so when things, and that would be within, a week to a year or something like that. So that's why I did all this stew, because that meat had been down in my freezer for over a year, I think, and so some was starting to get freezer burned, and I needed to just use it and get it out, and it was way too much meat for me. So that's why I have all these jars of meals now, and there's not all that much liquid in here because I did pack them in pretty good. So when I go to serve it, I can actually make a gravy or something to go with it and add that to it. So, okay, what did Casey say? Sweet kale salad bag and breakfast sausage. Ooh. Cook the sausage, drain it, but use the grease to saute the bag of salad. Oh my goodness. That sounds really good. Sounds really good. All right. All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming on my tour with me. I'm going to have to use up my my almond milk that I made last week today, and so the other thing I'll probably make is like a breakfast casserole, and that I'll take and divide up and freeze it once it's all done and cooked. And you could take it and freeze it raw and then just put it in the oven, but I like to have sections all cooked and done and ready to go, so that I can just take that and heat it up and have a meal that's all ready. So that helps me a lot when I have really busy days, is to have ready-made meals in the freezer, the fridge, or if I need to go to the pantry for it, I can do that too. So anyway, guys, I think I left my, can't find my flashlight. I probably left it downstairs. So anyway, thanks so much for coming. I know it's got a little bit long, but anyway, showed you what I have and what I do. And Glenville juicer. I'm not familiar with that juicer. Catch me on Discord and I will look that up. Anyway, so do I have another long day today? I'm done with those meetings, but I have other work I have to catch up on, and then an evening of moderating. So I'm hoping that I can catch a little nap before all that. So if I sit down and start working in my chair, I'll probably fall asleep. So even if I can do it 20 or 30 minutes, that'll help me out a lot. So you guys, thanks so much for coming. I really appreciate that. And Julie, I will definitely connect with you on all this stuff. So guys, take care. God bless. Always have hope and have an awesome day. I will see you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock Central. Bye.